Hello everyone, welcome to the Charge Shot Gamescast. Teacher every week, friends gather around, talk about the games they've been playing, things going on in their lives. Today I have with me Justin.
Marvel's back, baby.
And Ben.
In the name of Hades, I accept this gift.
And so today we're going to be doing a little bit of... I think we're going to try and be quick, just because this connection, we don't know. So Justin...
Lucky for you, I'm very good at being quick. Ask my wife.
I can just leave. I can just leave if it gets.
No,
too
we
bad.
need to hear your redemption arc with roguelikes. So you gotta stay here.
No, okay. Look, in all seriousness, no. But if it gets too bad or like it gets too frustrating, I'm just gonna leave. So that's all.
All right. So do you want to go first? Or do you want Justin to go first?
Hey, let's just keep it normal. No
Okay.
reason to change things.
Justin, go.
Cool. So I've been playing a lot of Persona 5. Like, I feel like that's not new. Just as a general progress update, I finished the fifth palace? The Big Bang Burger, is that fifth? And I got Haru in my party. And because it's royal, you get another new party member after that. And I've like awakened their persona, but like haven't officially gotten them on the team or anything yet. It's kind of a weird thing the way they handle that. So I saw like a tease at a palace that I guess I don't go to yet. I don't know. But I'm between palaces right now. But like story wise, it's getting really interesting. Like the whole concept of like the black mask person or whatever, like out there, like pretending to be a phantom thief and like trying to get your team in trouble, and like the way it handles like the post Okanura Big Bang Burger Palace, the way it handles that stuff is really cool. Like I don't want to get too much into spoilers because I mean it's a long game and it just came out like in March technically. With the changes to Royal. And
As I say, it's been out for like 3 years now, brother. I think spoilers are okay.
Yeah, I think spoilers are
Yeah.
fine.
but like the Royal stuff is coming in more frequently now, I think. Because of the new party member and stuff like that. Like I'm getting closer to that, that new dungeon. So that is fairly new. Yeah. And I don't know how it affects everything else either. But there was I was getting our friend Tyler's help for most of the last boss battle I did at the end of the palace, because apparently they changed it for Royal and made it so much worse. So it's essentially like it's kind of a gauntlet, like waves of enemies get spawned because the actual like palace boss or whatever is a coward and has like his minions fight for him. So you do like wave after wave of enemies that all have like a specific weakness, but you have to take them all out at the same time. Because if you just leave one or two after 2 rounds, they run away and he spawns another wave. So
The classic JRPG mechanic where they run for help.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really annoying. Although it is kind of weird because he can just keep spawning them until you take out all 4 at once. And then he's like, I don't have any more. It doesn't really make any sense when you think about it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because
But-
usually it's like if you have like pawns, you would take out like one so he won't respawn both of them. It's
Right.
like that old school trick, but it's weird.
Yeah, this is different. And it's the fact that they're running away. So I guess like theoretically maybe like they're running away and he's spawning them again, like kind of respawning. And so if you kill them, they can't respawn. But just mechanically it seems a little weird in context. Anyway, so there's wave after wave of that. They each have different weaknesses. You have to make sure like your whole party is equipped with like a variety of different elements to attack the weaknesses. And like it's a very technical, like interesting battle in theory, but in practice it's just annoying because like I said, you only have 2 rounds to take them out, and other than your main character, each party member only has one element that they excel at, because they can't switch out personas like your main character can.
Mm-hmm.
So all you have is that element. So at any given time, there's maybe 2 characters on your party that actually have one of the weaknesses. So the others are just either spamming like resistance magic, or wasting just a regular attack or something, or focusing on healing or whatever. And it's also on a 30-minute time limit.
Oh no.
Yeah. And each wave gets harder and harder. So like the one I kept having issues with was just like I couldn't get it in 2 turns. Because like it had so much health that just the damage I was doing, like with, you basically hit him with the weakness, do a baton pass to the other person that has weakness, hit him with the weakness again, but you can't baton pass back because they're already like knocked out from the weakness. So like I couldn't figure out how to like take advantage of the power boost you get from doing baton passes.
What was the mechanic that made it like more difficult in this version?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I mean, I
he never got
yeah,
that
I never
far.
played that far. I was reading up strategies on it,
Right,
and
but
I saw that it's different for Persona 5 versus Royal.
yeah, I thought you would remember the differences. That's all.
But I think a big part of it
Like
was
how
they
it's
changed
used.
the weaknesses and they made them more powerful. Maybe
Okay.
like the enemy tactics themselves were different. I'm not totally
They
sure.
got
I
a
think it was
buff.
4 waves
Wow,
too.
that's funny.
Because there's technically 5 total waves, which the last wave is one guy, but like he's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like kind of a cop out wave where the thing basically blows themselves up and you just have to guard.
Yeah.
And then you just do like one bitch punch on the actual guy, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, don't hurt me." It's great. Like I love that.
Right.
But like getting to that point was just exhausting. I was about to give up. Like I was about to put the game down for a while and play something else. But I just happened to like put it aside for the night and come back the next day, and like something clicked. Like after a night away, and I got it on the first try.
Yeah. So sometimes you just
I
hit
guess,
those
like-
walls and you just like you just gotta stop for a bit.
Yeah. Well, ironically, like again, I've loved all of the advice Tyler's given me and everything, but he was the one that said like go in, make sure you can do like medium all damage, with like every element. So it's like okay, cool. I'll just knock it out like that, and I just wasn't doing enough damage. So I decided to mix it up and see about like taking each enemy down like one at a time.
Yeah.
Rather than doing all damage and knocking them all out at once. Because like I said, when you knock them all out, you can baton pass to the next character, but they're already knocked out, so you're not getting like extra weakness bonus.
Mm-hmm.
You're just getting the normal weakness, and then it moves on to the next player. But if you knock out each one in order, you can keep baton passing after you hit them with the weakness. So I was just like buffing the damage of each other party member, and then on the last one, I did the all damage and wiped them all out.
Nice.
So like that actually kind of clutched it for me.
That must
And,
have felt pretty
everyone-
good.
Yeah, everyone has their own way of handling it, but like
Yeah.
I finally saw the light of like I am making more progress than I was before. And then I got to the final round of like that just the one guy, and I was like, I can take this guy out. There's only one of them. And he has some really strong attacks, but like by that point I was past the hard part. But yeah, so that was like a really annoying, like almost in the game point for me. But I've heard it's like the worst part of the game, and everything goes uphill from here. So like I think I'm in the final stretch where I'm probably still 20, 30 hours out, but for Persona 5 that's the final stretch. And I'm kind of burning through it at this point. Like I have pretty much all of my social stats maxed. I think the only one I still need to max is Guts. And I haven't needed that to be maxed for any of my confidants or anything. So I didn't worry about it. But and most of the characters I care about, I've maxed their confidants, or at least gotten close to. I learned that when you max your party members, like their persona transforms into a stronger version, and I didn't know that. So now I'm like rushing to fuck all of the party member ones over anyone else.
Yeah, usually they lose their weakness and get a resistance.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I like their new forms too. They just look really cool in general.
Yeah.
But I hooked up with Makoto, which was surprising to me because she wasn't like my first pick or anything.
Yeah, you don't seem like the class president type.
But as I got to know her and she kind of got out of her shell a little bit, like she was actually she had some really cool personality moments and like in the cutscenes you have with her. Plus I missed my opportunity to bone down with the hot goth doctors, so second choice.
You missed your appointment.
Yeah. I didn't know at the time that that's what like the dialogue choices were hinting towards. I was just like screwing around, and like you have to pick the specific things.
I'm surprised you can't go back and like do the dialogue option again. Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird because like it still shows like her card there. I've maxed it out, but like on some days on the clinic, it shows the card, and I can like go hang out with her, and it says like you have a strong bond, and it's like I don't get anything for it, but I can waste time hanging out with her. So it's kind of weird. You'd think at least that would be an incentive to go, is like to have another chance to hook up with her.
Right.
But whatever. So yeah, I'm wooing Makoto, but also I just maxed her out too, so like I don't really have any other reason to hang out with her, like now that we're together. So I don't really know what to do. Yeah. But she is cool. I just wish like the relationship stuff had like more impact on the actual gameplay, because there's no like extra scenes or anything. Like what I think the relationship thing was at like confidant level 9, and then I had one more interaction with her where we had some alone time and it cut to black. And then we maxed.
That's him, officer.
We climaxed, if you will.
No.
That's him. That's him right there, officer.
Hey, she's a third year. It's okay. I made sure I went for the third year, So yeah, I don't know like if maybe like I've heard something about a beach date and like another date, like if there's those kind of moments still, but I don't see any like more reason. Like I'm not going to get anything from her.
Have you traveled yet?
We went to Hawaii.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
I did spend the beach with her. Is that the beach date?
I think that's what that is. That's what I remember.
Because we weren't together yet. I just like I that was kind of what clinched it for me. I was like, oh, she's actually really cool. Like I like these dialogues.
Yeah, she's solid. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if I'm gonna, sleep around or anything. Like, she is pretty neat. I feel like I should be good, but we'll see what happens. I need to, match the other characters, and see where that goes. But so like the social stuff, I'm pretty much done with. Like to the point I care about, at least. There's some characters I'm probably not going to max because I just don't care about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've checked their skills and they don't really do much, and it's whatever. But I don't really like mementos. Like I go when I have to. Like if there's a gate for confidant progress where it's like you have to change someone's heart before you can continue the bond.
Right.
Then I'll go and like take care of all of the things I have at that time. But I don't go unless I have to.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you just go in there and try to grind if you need to grind. Really. And then like you said, the confidant stuff.
I haven't felt like I need to grind, honestly.
It's good.
Yeah. I mean, like Tyler said, I was at the level he was at with that boss battle that I was struggling with. So it sounds like it's a pretty normal level to be at. And like I've noticed the enemies, like their color doesn't necessarily change based on your level. So like it'll show like a red flaming one, and I'll run into it and it's like at my level. Even though like it's not really that hard, but it's like it's the hardest ones of that palace. So I feel like I'm pretty well leveled. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really liking the game. It's kind of just like my comfort food these days.
Nice.
But yeah, like I think it's funny. Like if you roll back the tape to like past podcasts when you were playing it, Thomas.
Yeah.
And I was like, 100 hours. I'm never gonna touch that. Like it sounds like it could be cool, but it's too much for me.
You're like, shut up, shut up about Persona. We get it. You like it,
right? And now I'm like, I'm creeping up on 100 hours, and I can see the end now. It's just
this show is just both admitting to Thomas that we were fucking wrong. Is basically is what it is,
and his ego just keeps growing.
I just don't care anymore, man.
Oh, he is Vince McMahon, so
yeah. But anyway, aside from that, I checked out. I'm sure you're going to talk about this too, but I checked out the. I was going to say Kate Nash, Kate Bishop DLC for Avengers, and she's real good. Like, she's not going to be my main or anything because it's just like that kind of technical like counter based combat isn't my forte. I like more of the
brawler
ranged support characters like Kamala and Thor. But
I like how Kamala is. I like how Kamala is the range character.
I mean, she is. She got those stretchy arms.
Iron Man's the range. What are you talking about?
He's not support. Oh, actually, no. He does have support abilities.
He's decent at support.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's got like a force field that you can activate.
I didn't play the game. No.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But like Kamala and Thor are kind of like the healer supports. I'd say more so.
She heals?
Yeah.
That's literally one of her abilities, is just the button to heal everybody.
Is it?
Yeah, she's the only one that has like a dedicated support ability.
Ben, you played this game, you finished the campaign. How'd you not know?
Back in September, motherfucker. And she wasn't exactly one of my favorite characters, so.
Fair. I like her. But anyway, yeah, so
Smash.
I checked her out. Like I did the first first mission that you get her, just to kind of get a feel for the character and stuff, and I did the harm room, and like I really like her moveset. I love the teleport, like for getting around the levels and stuff. It feels better than like than like Captain America's double jump, for example. But
yeah, she like her jump seems like she's bounding like Hulk is.
Yeah. She's got like I think they're gonna fix the momentum just with the new characters, but not go back and fix the old ones, which is kind of weird.
Her teleport forward, I don't know. I feel like that kind of like cuts down her momentum because I was kind of like trying to do like a combo of like bounding and then teleporting up and then dashing, but the dash doesn't seem like it does. Like it's a lot of horizontal movement. I don't know.
It's not that weird, Justin. I mean, fighting games do that all the time, where like the initial roster is kind of plain, and then as they get further along in the DLC, then you see the wild shit because they actually understand. Okay, this is how it should work in this system, and it's just easier to do a new character versus pulling some things there.
Like they are going back a little bit. Like they added the ability for Cap's shield to deflect beams and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so now like Iron Man could shoot his unibeam at Cap, and he could do like the bounce off, and it does more damage. You couldn't do that before, no.
And it can deflect enemy fire too.
Yeah.
So it's like actually a shield.
Yeah.
I think before it would prevent him from taking damage, but it would just kind of like dink and then die. But anyway,
Ben's face is good.
So yeah, they're trying to make Cap better because I think they realize the balance is off a little bit there. No one wants to play as him, but
I did.
Yeah, she's a cool character, and I really like her teleport combos, like where you can teleport close to range and immediately like start sword slashing, and then like teleport out and like do a drop teleport, and like there's cool ways.
She's got smoke bombs, dude.
Yeah,
that's great.
You can like tie your momentum into the combos in really neat ways.
Yeah,
but
it's really good.
I just wasn't as good with her, and so like I did the rest of the campaign stuff with a friend who played as her, and then I just used that opportunity to level up my Iron Man because he was one of the lower end characters, and since she was new and started at level 1, like it gave me an opportunity to grab one of the lower power level ones, because usually I have to do like Max because he's higher than me anyway. So I'm struggling to even keep up.
Mm-hmm.
But like that campaign is really good. Like it's a solid 3 to 4 hours of, the same kind of missions that you play in the rest of it, but there's some new takes on some of the things. Like there's a new kind of sort of like the vault rooms, but it's a different map.
It's a different layout, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's a 3-story thing, and like the
I don't
numbers
like
are
it.
spread out.
I don't like it.
I kind of do, actually. Like it's harder.
It's 3 stories. It's more cumbersome to try and like get up to the top from the bottom.
I was Iron Man, so it didn't bother me. But
okay, that explains that.
Fuck you, bitch! I
Yeah.
can lie.
So like I was on like hacker duty and stuff because I could get around easier.
Okay.
But I like that they mixed it up,
Yeah, totally.
and like there's new enclosures for the hostages and things like that. So it's like, they're finding ways to remix the old things that you've done a million times, and at least make them feel a little fresh.
Yeah, now that the locks have like what 7 locks to them now.
So okay. There's a punch lock, and then there's 4 ranged locks.
Yeah, okay, on the prisoners, yeah, but like throughout the game, there's like a couple of instances where it's like, shoot like 6 of these different things and then punch this one thing.
Right. Yeah, there's different kinds. But then like her story stuff is really good. Like Ashley Birch nails the performance of Kate Bishop.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I haven't finished it yet.
Iron Man is great.
I haven't finished it yet. I just got like halfway through. I saw Clint. Okay. That's the last thing I remember, I think.
Yeah, so I won't spoil it specifically, but I will say like I love time travel stories, and this kind of dabbles in that a little bit. Like I think you're gonna get more in the Clint stuff.
Of course you are.
But it dabbles in it. Yeah. And like what they do is really cool. Like the way they kind of, play with that area without like, there's only so much you can do in a, kind of games as service. Like you can't, destroy the status quo or whatever, but like they find a clever way to make it work. And it leaves off like with a really interesting cliffhanger with Clint. And I think like, I hope it's not another, 4 months or whatever, for that DLC, because like, if they're gonna keep the momentum going, they have to kind of tie these packs together a little bit more, because like they can have breaks if it's like the campaign where you kind of get a happy ending and then that's it for a while, but like this leads directly into Clint's stuff. Yeah. So if they're going to bring him in, they need to do it like, maybe a month or maybe 2. But it feels like they should have just put them both out at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of thing. Like they can't wait too long.
So how long until we get Spider-Man, you think? Maybe next year?
Yeah. You mean 2021, right? Because it's December.
Winter 2021.
September 2021.
I think that's optimistic. I think it's winter.
I don't know. I think the problem right now is they're behind in their scheduled content, so they're not worried about Spider-Man. So I could see like with the vaccine rolling out and everything. Obviously, the wealthy are going to get it first. that's how our society works.
It's Elysium.
So.
Eat the rich, eat the rich, eat the rich.
I could see some things with, the entertainment industry and stuff returning to normal by spring, let's say. So some of these delays and things like that will be caught up, summer, fall time. So sure, maybe September next year. That seems realistic. But we'll probably have like Clint and Black Panther and maybe one more by then, because that's like their normal content rollout. So, like, I don't think we'll necessarily be hard up for Spider-Man, because there will be other things. But also, he's basically going to be Black Widow. So, like...
He's going to be cooler than Black Widow.
I know, but like the way his momentum and stuff works is going to be similar.
It's
to
not
Widow.
just the claw, like it's webs. You could shoot that shit anywhere.
Yeah, but it would work similar to her grapple.
I don't know. They should just make it like Spider-Man.
I mean, he's going to be a combination of Kamala and Black Widow with like some original stuff thrown in. I don't feel like the thing is, if they're going to have a campaign tied to him, yeah, that'll take time, which I think they said they are. Because like that story stuff is actually pretty robust. Like there's, I mean, not a lot of cutscene stuff, but like there's a good amount of new dialogue, some actual like cinematic cutscene sections, a new boss fight. Like there's some substantial stuff there that they have to think about. But anyway, that's all.
I don't even think you talked about her abilities.
I did. I talked about her cool teleportation and stuff.
The decoy.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the bow stuff, which I know sounds stupid because of Hawkeye. But I like teleporting around and slashing things. Like she's the only sword user so far, and that's my thing.
Yeah, the sword is really good. Really good sound effects. This is the first time I played it on the PlayStation 5, and my god, the frame rate, it's so good. Oh my god, it's like a different game.
It's fun again on PS5.
Yeah, and the loading times are like halved at least. Experience.
Yeah,
like by the time you think, oh man, this loading screen is taking too long, it's done.
And like, I know it's not like the boosted version or anything. Like we don't have the PS5 like next gen version of this game yet, but. Maybe it's just because I was on a launch PS4.
Yeah,
it looks better.
That. Yeah,
like there's more detail to the stitching and stuff, and
yeah,
I read that like one of the most recent patches like added some graphical improvements. But I don't know how deep that goes or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
I'm trying to think of anything else. That's most of my gaming stuff. I've been trying to be more active, so I'm not just like a depressed blob all the time. So I've been jumping back into some Ring Fit and Beat Saber. But there's not really much to talk about there. Like Ring Fit's still hard. It's still like it knocks me out after like 10 minutes because it's a workout and I'm out of shape. But it's fun. Like I don't think about the fact that I'm working out, which is good.
That's good.
But yeah, that's most of it, really.
Ben,
that's how I used to feel when I would work out with Tybo, the home workout routine. If you don't know what Tybo is, kids, go look it up. It's great. Billy Blanks, you're the man. Anyways, so I'll run through these really quickly. Hyrule Warriors. I'm going to spoil this right now. So Justin, if you don't want to hear this, you may want to leave. But so like everybody kind of assumed that Hyrule Warriors is going to tell the fall of, the champions, and that's where the game ends. I'm here to tell you that doesn't happen. At least so far, it doesn't happen. So if you remember Breath of the Wild, Calamity Ganon strikes right when the champions are all with Zelda and Link. I think they're leaving Mount Lanayru. I think they're all together is the point, right? And then they see the Calamity strike Hyrule Castle. In this version, and this is how I knew things are different. And of course, the beginning of the game, R2D2 comes in through a time portal. So obviously, time shenanigans are going to factor in somehow. In this game, they're on their way to Mount Lanayru, but it's just Link, Impa, and Zelda, and then Calamity Ganon strikes. So basically, it's like an escape from the castle. It's so awesome. The map on fighting in Hyrule Castle in this game was fucking awesome. Fighting in any of the locations where, like in Breath of the Wild, where they're all desecrated ruins, and then now you see them what they're supposed to be. It's so cool. But you see King Rotham, whatever his name is, like gets blown off screen, so he may or may not be dead. I don't think he's dead. But so then like the Guardians start going loose, like everything starts happening way earlier than it should have, right? So it's like, what the fuck? So then you know, like, but the divine beasts haven't been turned yet, so basically you see like the champions struggling with them, and you get two maps. You'll have to deal with the bird and the camel, and then the lizard and the elephant, like at the same time. And basically, you see the champions. They're fighting against the bosses you fought in those areas, and they're about to die. Like, this is it. In pure shenanigans, the champions that Link meets, and when he wakes up 100 years, they come into this game and fight alongside their fight in the past. So Teba, Gerudo Queen, whose name I can never remember, Tyler Collar, Ariana Grande, and that's fitting. The Yonobu, the Goron hero, who's kind of like the cowardly lion, and of course everybody's favorite with the perfect smile, Prince Sidon. So they're all 4 new playable characters, and I don't know how they kept this a secret. Like, I really don't. It was so, like, and some people don't like it because, like, oh, I was lied to, and I was kind of like that, but at the same time I was like, fuck it, let's go, more characters, awesome. And they all play uniquely different. Teba's the weakest one because he doesn't really feel that much different from Rivali, except that he doesn't have like the shoot up ability that Rivali has, but he's all right. But Sidon is really cool. Sidon's also huge. He's like 8 feet tall, and you can, like, when you do heavy attacks, if you press ZR at the right time, he'll do like a big slash. But yeah, before I'll wrap it up with this part. I'll wrap this game with this part real quick. So I did the battles of Akala City and Fort Ateno, which in the game it tells you Akala City is where the Hyrule army makes its last stand, and Fort Ateno is where Link basically nearly dies. I did those battles. They're so the Akala City battle is so cool because you got all the champions. You got summon the divine beasts. The divine beast missions are so fucking cool. Like, it's monotonous sometimes, but it's so cool to just wipe out a horde of Ganon's troops, Calamity Ganon's troops, and like all these other things. But like, Akala's great because like you have like them fighting within the castle, and you're basically trying to push the enemy back. The Fort Ateno battle is nuts. If you're not ready for this fight, you're gonna get fucked. You have to deal with silver-haired Lynels, elemental guardians, the blight Ganons that you fight in the divine beasts in the main game. You have to deal with all that shit at once while also defending the specific point. And I literally beat it with 1 heart left, and I got lucky because I got a time dodge just right, and it broke this enemy that I had to kill. It's intense. Like, it was nuts. It was crazy, and surprisingly, the frame rate was relatively stable. Who knew? It's just when I threw bombs everywhere, it's when the frame rate just went to shit. But seriously, but then like I think I hit the wall there. Like, I tried to do another mission like the next day. I'm like, okay, I can't. I need a break. I'm close to the end of the game. I'm gonna beat the game, but God, this is easily the best warrior experience I've ever had. And I won't tell you who the other hidden character is because that should be a secret. But it's definitely a doozer, and maybe you'll figure it out as you play the game. But it definitely was a nice surprise. So kudos to Nintendo and other people for not spoiling that when it came out initially, or somehow hiding that. I also played Star Wars a little bit. Real quick on Fallen Order, still amazing. I got up to the part with Order 66, which I didn't expect in this game. I don't know why I didn't expect it, but considering the game is like filled with Clone Wars stuff, but like, it was a great moment. Like, that whole moment where he has that flashback to, as soon as I saw him like fist bumping the clones, and I'm like, oh no, this is it, isn't it? And then they play the music from the movie, which people give George Lucas shit all the time, right? But that whole Order 66 shit is amazing. Just seeing the Jedi die helplessly. Justin, you're good again. I'm done. Talking about Fallen Order.
He beat Fallen Order.
Also that. Yeah. Well, I was saying, like, I'm not no more Hyrule Warriors spoilers. I got up to the point where sorry, just wanted to get that Discord notification out of the way. It's bothering me. Where he goes into the tomb on Dathomir, and he has that moment of that inner battle with self-doubt. where he basically sees an image of his master that he believes and that's such a great moment. That's fucking Star Wars right there. Everybody's battle with the Jedi's battle with the dark side. It's not fucking lightsaber fights. It's that inner conflict that we all have, like we all struggle with. Like people give George Lucas shit, but like I'm pretty sure he wrote this line. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. It's fucking true. So like
say it in the voice.
No, I'm not gonna do that because I'm kind of
say it in the voice.
No. So like, but like I really like that moment because like, and I was thinking about this earlier today, like, like chances are like, Anakin shouldn't have turned to the dark side if his fucking teachers actually listened to him, and stuff like that. And like all it took was somebody meant abusing his fear. And I really like that Kale kind of had his moment with the dark side, even if he didn't go anywhere, but just that moment of doubt that we all suffer. And it was a really great story moment. Got to the point I literally freaked out when I learned we were, which is basically where you create. They have the kyber crystals to make the lightsabers, and I didn't know this, but I'm like, where have I heard that name before? I've heard of Ilum before. I'm not crazy, am I?
Oh.
And I looked it up, like, oh shit, this is the kyber crystal place, and this is what eventually would become Starkiller Base, which I didn't know that at all. I don't remember it being called Ilum in the Force Awakens, so that was a neat little trivia fact.
I didn't know that either. That's neat.
I think they just call it Starkiller Base, which is like that's but just I looked up the Wikipedia, it must be true, or the Wikipedia as it's called.
Because technically Force Awakens isn't canon anymore.
What?
That's an old canon.
Remember it's legacy shit now?
Yeah. But like they've started bringing some of that stuff in.
Yeah.
No, the movie.
Oh, sorry. I heard Force Unleashed.
I said, oh wait, whatever. Sorry, that's my fault. I'm probably speaking too fast.
No,
so, yeah, it was cool.
I was being by a cat.
I mean, Starkiller was the name of the guy from the game.
It was just
a. Okay. I'm sorry.
You were right.
But it's a game. I chose purple. I really liked how they let you choose your color, how he turns it slightly and it gets different colors. I chose purple because purple. I want to rock purple. That'll be my forever color now. But I did also play a mission of Star Wars Squadrons. As much as Jedi as Fallen Order is giving me the ultimate Jedi experience, Squadrons is giving me that fighter pilot like experience, man. It's so good, from the banter to how missions run. I've only done one mission, to be fair, but it's just so good. And like, it's a budget title for like $40. It doesn't feel like it. It honestly doesn't. It may not be a long game in terms of story content, but God, it feels so polished. It honestly does. I feel like they put a lot of dedication to it, even though it wasn't going to be like a huge like AAA release with like big cinematics. I don't think it needs that. I just will say that it might be hard to get into because it asks a lot of you to when you're playing it, from when to deflect, when to boost your shields, when to go at half speed, when to go at full speed, how to bank turns. It's a lot of information to take in. So that's like a buy before you go into it knowing, or just play on easy or story mode. That's perfectly fine too. They have those there for a reason. If you just want to experience versus like, getting the arcadeness of it.
Yeah, if you scrub.
True. I mean, like I did. I'm playing on normal, so I'm doing pretty good so far. But God, it's so much fun. Like. And you get a TIE fighter, and then here when they go right past, it's. I wish I had a headset because I don't have one, but I want to buy one just so I could play this game with like 3D audio and just like just like that. I want that, but I don't have it because this fucking machine doesn't do native Bluetooth, and I hate it. And I don't want to buy an adapter. I want to buy a headset. So, moving on. I started 2 great games this past week, and I'm going to talk about the first one. I'm going to talk about Immortals Phoenix Rising. I don't know how to feel about this game yet. I think I like it.
I thought you said great games.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about Greek. I'm sorry, Greek.
Oh, I thought you said great.
Yeah, Greek.
You said great.
I'm speaking too fast. Or we can list whatever. 2 Greek games.
Okay, that makes
Immortals
sense.
Phoenix Rising. I think I like this game because I've played it for 8 hours and I don't feel terrible about it. And like doing like I mean I'm not gonna get into Breath of the Wild shit because like it's obviously a Breath of the Wild clone. Like that's none de plus. But it's the best part to me is the combat stuff. I will say this is a negative. Ubisoft, what the fuck were you thinking with this default control scheme? So default control scheme is R is your attack, ZR is your hold on, I have my pro controller right here. So R is your attack, I can do this now. ZR is your heavy attack.
Right.
Y is your dodge.
Why?
So I kept doing this. It felt so unintuitive to me.
Put that shit on B, man, or well, A, I guess, on that controller.
So this is what I did. And then so like interact as X, like, and then so like luckily you can customize it, even though the game will tell you, well, it constantly in red because like, well, you're gonna have a negative experience. Fuck you, Ubisoft. My experience is better because I changed it from your shitty control scheme. So Y is my light, X is my heavy, R is my dodge. I can't remember what I have ZR. Honestly, I have to look at it, but yeah, change the unless you. I tried to give it a shot just to see what it sucks. I'm sorry, the default control scheme sucks. Never put your default attacks on your trigger buttons. What are you? Unless you're a shooter.
I mean, like if that's Dark Souls. You have to thank Dark Souls for all that shit.
That's
Demon Souls Demon Souls standardized that, man.
That's another reason for me to hate the Souls franchise. Thank you very much, Thomas. It's always the face buttons. But like once I did that and I like changed the buttons around, it became a much more enjoyable experience. The best part so far is the writing. It's very tongue-in-cheek and it's very funny. It's basically Zeus, like this villain, Typhon, whatever, generic bad guy, is basically conquering the world. Yada yada yada. It doesn't matter. But
Typhon is a Greek character.
I know, but whatever. He's just generic. He's not significant to me. What is significant is basically Zeus goes to Prometheus, who's chained up, and it's basically Prometheus telling the story of Phoenix, but it's like Zeus constantly being an asshole to Prometheus in the funniest way. Like seriously, that so far makes the game for me is just hearing like there's a moment where you do a Tartarus challenge and Zeus or Prometheus will start telling a thing, and then like Zeus is like, and then the Cyclops was 100 feet tall, and then Prometheus and the Cyclops actually changes, and then Prometheus will like take over. He goes, and then the Cyclops grew to like 2 feet tall and was adorable to Phoenix, and they're just constantly bickering about shit. Zeus is constantly bitching about stuff, and there's like I think if you're a Greek mythology fan, there's like a lot of little things you're gonna love, and like I said, I like the game, but I don't love it. I don't think it's bad. The frame rate is not great. The resolution is not great on Switch. I'm just stating it out there right now. But I'm like, I like it. I looked at the upgrade stuff. There's a lot to upgrade. I look forward to doing that. The Tartarus challenge stuff is really fun to do. So maybe my opinion will grow, but it starting out, it didn't really have the greatest impression because it feels kind of lackluster. So yeah. But this is I need to talk about this game. I tried Hades. After the Game Awards, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try Hades. I'm just gonna turn it on and let's see what happens." I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
I dismissed this game because of what it was poised as, and this game is this game is awesome. That's just it. It's just awesome. I could change the dodge to it had dodge on B, and that still annoys me. I always dodge on the triggers, always. So I changed that, and I was way happier. That's an excusable thing, right? At least B I can kind of do. Oh my god! Like number one, the art style. Art style is amazing. Oh my god! Like the character designs, the world, like this. Like I've played all of their games except for Pyre. I don't think I've played that one.
Yeah.
But I generally I like Transistor. Bastion had a really great art style. This to me is my favorite. The use of colors, like it just exudes a. Oh my god, so much cool. Combat feels so good, like it realistically does, and basically you get like the you run into the gods who will give you a blessing, and you'll have 3 tiers. You're either your special, your rank, your normal attack, your special, or your range, and they each all do a thing. And depending on how your playstyle is, you go with that. So I didn't know how to feel about that. And I ran into Zeus, Aphrodite, Aquaman, and
Aquaman, Poseidon.
Yeah, Aquaman, yeah. I can't remember who. I think I ran into somebody else.
Ares.
Ares, yeah, I ran into Ares. Yeah, him. Are there more? Artemis. I also ran into Artemis.
Oh yeah, Artemis. Yeah.
So like it felt fun to play. Like, and I was talking to Lowell about this, and he kind of put it in perspective for me. And it's like, dude, just think of it like an arcade game. You're putting in a quarter in, and that's it. And I went, oh shit. Why did nobody ever fucking say that to me? Like,
that's what I mean when I say it. What I always said is run based. I say run based games.
I don't think run based. I don't think run based with arcade. I think climbing the ladder. It's just wording. Okay, it's stupid. I understand, but
you don't have the eloquence of Bo's speech. Okay, it's not you.
But once I did that, plus the art style, plus Thomas edging me on to do this.
Ew, Thomas edged you.
Mm-hmm.
Late at night, she broke the astrologist to edge me.
You should have been there.
Seriously, this game is great. Like this, I've only played it for like 2 hours, and it's awesome. It's seriously awesome. I still trying to figure out the whole gift system. I gave a gift to the Sleepy Girl, who that's really funny. That's a little funny gift. Little gag that they have. I love that you can pet Cerberus. That's so fucking awesome. And then Hades just gets annoyed, like, stop fucking touching the dog. I'm like, no, fuck you. I will pet the dog as long as I want, clown. Fuck you, Dad.
There's a trophy for it on systems that have trophies.
I don't care about those. That's fine. I can just do it to my heart's content, not worry about something that's artificial. That doesn't matter. At the end of all things. I'm
just saying, like, they encourage you to pet the dog. That's the point.
Yeah, no, seriously, like this game. I know we're running late, but like I'm definitely gonna do a run. I think I had I don't know where to go to see how far runs I've had. When I first did it, I got 6 rooms in because I'm kind of reckless in action games where like I don't dodge properly or like I'm not looking at my 6. I didn't care, and I'm glad actually because like the roguelikes that I played, they don't give you any kind of buffs. You're pretty much starting from 0. This game does give you things to like either increase life or like one of the first gifts you get is like you start out always with 100 coins, so when you find Charon, then like you can buy a buff or something. And now I'm starting to recognize like, okay, this, if I go this room, this will give me a key. Do I want the key? No. But this, if I go over here, this gives me Poseidon's blessing. Do I want Poseidon's blessing on this? Maybe. I don't know. And I understanding it, like I haven't played it for long and I don't know, but I'm in love is all I'm saying is, and it's nice to go into something within 5 minutes of playing it and go, okay, this feels awesome. Why wasn't I playing this earlier is all I'm saying. I'll shut up now because I want to play more of this game.
So what I've been playing this past week is mostly Ghost of Tsushima. I finally found some time to put a good dent into it. I've only unlocked the first 2 stances, so there's like different stances that you unlock as you kill bosses, like mini bosses that are throughout the map. So the one that I have is the starting one, and then also the water stance, which helps break shields. Like in 2 hits, it breaks their guard immediately, and you can just go in for the attack. There's also a lot of skills and abilities to unlock. So for instance, the water ability, or not the water ability, the water stance, you can hold down triangle and then let go and then tap it 3 times to do 3 succinct heavy attacks that do massive damage. This game is basically the story of you get your ass kicked, you have to get your shit back, and then you basically rebuild the samurai, the group to go and fight the Mongols.
Clan, yeah.
Yeah, the Mongols.
So it's about what happens when you get knocked down, but you get back up again?
Yep.
Oh, no.
And they're never going to keep you down?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what samurais are.
Japan should just close their borders. This is exactly why. Just kept the borders closed.
This game is it's like A tier or S tier in the class of like music and voice acting, at least the Japanese voice acting that I've have on. Also the art style, the how beautiful it looks. There's many times.
Black and white.
I'm not putting that on yet. I'll probably do that for a second run, just because I want to have that color. Like it's so beautiful.
Sure, I feel you.
So are you saying that it's probably Game of the Year material?
It is Game of the Year material. Yes. I don't know if it's like number one yet, but it's going to be up there. Not
for you, just in general, the wider gaming community. Do you think?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's what he's doing. I see.
The side quests are really cool. You mostly get them from either it's on your map or you're like walking by a town and there's like a person with a question, like a bubble over their head. You talk to them and they tell you it's like, oh, there's like this. They tell you like a story of something happening somewhere else. So you go there and it's like built into the game. Like it forces you into that path if you want to go there. And then also there's the main missions, sub missions, and then there's like the tales, right? So it's like the myths of Japan. So there was one guy I just like randomly met at a crossroad, and he says this forest is haunted. There's spirits like infested in the woods, and you go in there and you learn it's just a bunch of bandits being assholes. So you just go and kill them. It's like this forest ain't haunted anymore, bitch. Another one that's like really good, like a straight out of like a samurai story, is this guy is telling you about this special attack. Can't remember what it's called, but basically like whenever someone uses it, a bolt of lightning goes off, and like it's that classic samurai thing where like you have your blade out a little bit and then you go whoosh, and it's
okay.
Yeah.
Nick.
So you try and find the guy that like knows that technique, and then it ends up being he got kidnapped, and then the dude forced him to teach him the attack, and then he killed him. So you find that guy, then you kill him with that attack, and a bolt of lightning actually goes off and shocks him. It's great.
Oh.
It's pretty sick, man. There's like really good. There's so much good shit about that. There's also like a musical ability, like you can just play a flute, and there's like different instruments you can get and like songs that you can get, so you can just like play that while you're going across the Japan.
Nice.
There's also like different armors and headpieces that you can wear. Armors give you different abilities, so like for example, better like just having more damage for your attacks, not being detected as much. And yeah, there's different costumes with each one of them. The one that I'm wearing right now is the Ronin one. It's basically like a straw hat and like the Ronin gi. It's really cool.
Looks like Raiden.
It's really good, man. I'm nerding out over this shit because this, like, I love this kind of stuff, and we just never get it. There's also like a stealth element to this game.
Evil Souls games.
Yeah. There's also a stealth element to this game. So like one of the second missions that you do is basically you earn the ability to do stealth kills. So there is that. There is that if you want. So you don't have to like run in and be like an honorable samurai. You can just sneak in and kill everyone like a ninja.
So you don't need an Asian set Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, this is it basically. Yeah. This is it, because it's got the best of both worlds. It's got the ninja shit, and it's also got the samurai shit. Whenever you're like first like fighting a group of enemies, you can do a standoff, and basically like you hold down triangle, and everyone's in the two guys are in their attack pose, and then like you have to let go at a certain time, and you get the instant kill, and then there's abilities that you can get along the way where more people will try and come attack you, and you have to like time the button presses. So you like kill one guy, and the other guy comes out. It's like basically quick time events, but you're just murdering guys. It's great.
Oh my god, that sounds so cool.
But yeah, like this is the best like samurai sim game basically. I'm having a lot of fun playing it, and
Awesome.
yeah. The other game that I've been playing, I haven't played a whole lot, maybe like an hour or two, but it's Cyberpunk 2077. One of my clanmates bought it for me, so shout out to Ninja Slap. So the
Slap.
there's three
Great
different.
name.
Yeah, it's great. It is really good. So there's three different starting points that you can pick. I picked the seedy underbelly, the street gruff, basically. I've got it on PC. The PC version looks way better than what I've seen on the consoles. This is a lot more detail and better lighting.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Yeah,
Because we're not getting that next gen upgrade until next year.
yeah, and also the it's also like not super optimized for PC either. So like there's basically like a lot of like frame rate issues and stuff like that. Unfortunately,
No, not optimized for anything. It seems.
yeah, that's the big story with this game. I didn't want to get into that until I like actually set the game like the set piece. But I'll just say I did some stealth killing, I did some like shooting and stuff. The shooting feels pretty good. I don't think there's an ammo counter, which is really cool. There's this the one issue I had with The Witcher 3 was the skill trees. Ben and Justin know that the skill trees in that game were shit. There's like basically nothing there. This has actual skill trees. Like you can see it branching out. Yeah, like you start in the center, you see like it branches out kind of like cables on a computer. Like it branches out with like that kind of style. It's super cool.
Okay.
I haven't gotten into it a whole lot. I've only unlocked one or two things. I'm not very far.
Right, no.
What else? So I also gave my guy a giant dick. It's great. The character creator. Yeah, that's one of our stories for later.
God damn it.
But yeah, the character creator in this is really good. It's really very very inclusive too. You can have a male with a female voice with a dick or not dick or vagina. It's great.
They are their pronouns, though.
And also,
But can you have both?
What? Oh, can you have both? No, they don't have that, unfortunately.
Lame.
No, no hermaphrodites here. Sorry.
See, that's not very inclusive.
Oh well.
Or like I said, no, they them pronouns.
I don't think there is. I think it's just masculine and feminine, unfortunately.
Yeah. That seems strange when you have yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it's just he, him, and she, her. And if you pick the voice, that determines the pronoun, which is weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. What else?
It's not as inclusive as it sounds like it should be.
It's more
given
inclusive.
The level of customization, you know.
Right, but also it's more inclusive than any other customer creator character.
I mean, Animal Crossing doesn't have you choose a gender.
Yeah, but they're Animal Crossing.
Just saying, like, you know, there's the option of no option.
And then also again, the customer creator. I'm never one for like spending a lot of time in customer creators. Like I just kind of just hit the default character and move on. But the amount of like customization you can do is really cool. You can there's like some really cool looking eyes. Like you can change your eyes into like hypno scrolls and skulls and shit. Like it's really cool.
All glory to Hypnotoad.
Basically, yeah.
You're not gonna see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super cool. Yeah, I haven't gotten very far, like I said, but yeah, that's the main story with this game is all the different bugs and stuff. And I've already ran into, like, let me count on my hand. 1, 2, 3, like 4 different bugs. And I've only played for like an hour, 2 hours. The first bug I ran into was you're in this parking garage trying to steal a car, and you hear these cops like come in to like arrest you. And then you see one cop just like slide through this pole, like cement pole, and then get into position. The other one just like teleports on the other side, and it's like, well, this is great. This is breaking my immersion. Another one was I loaded into the game from continuing, like loading from the menu. My gun was missing, and then just then like in pieces it loaded in. What was that?
I don't know.
I didn't hear either of you guys.
Blanks, buddy?
I'll hear it in post. That's fine.
He's shooting blanks.
Another one was I put a red dot sight on one of my guns, and when I went to go aim, there was no sight. It was just completely missing. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with the game, unfortunately, because I think what they've built is a really cool world that has a lot of immersion in it. There's a lot of really good biting satire in this game. That you see in sci-fi movies and books and stuff.
A lot of that's going to be undercut by the immersive killing performance issues.
Yeah, unfortunately. I need to get back into it. I literally just got to the part where it's an open world now, so I can wander around. I think the voice acting has been good so far, and that's about it. So
I'm kind of glad that I have something else to distract me right now, because I've kind of been maybe I'll just go ahead and get it, and then if I get it for Christmas, I can do a giveaway or something. But right now I'm so immersed in Persona that I probably wouldn't play it anyway.
Yeah.
So Christmas is in 2 weeks. I'm fine. I'll see. But it sounds like I'm not missing much right now at launch.
Yeah.
My brother is.
Go ahead.
My brother's playing it literally right now, and he told me he's like after 8 hours I don't feel anything. I'm like,
wait, what? I don't feel anything.
After playing for
I don't feel anything. What?
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
he doesn't feel passion for it or anything.
Yeah, he's also paralyzed from the waist down, guys. Thanks for being assholes. Sorry.
Yeah, you're the one that said it.
What?
It was just very confusing.
I figured it was self-explanatory. Come on. Work with me, people. Work with me. God.
No.
It's a dark joke. I don't know your brother.
Don't give his.
The last I knew was he was bedridden from COVID. Maybe he is paralyzed. I don't know.
Oh no! Don't travel down this road.
I don't have any brothers. Maybe I've been lying to you this entire time. Anyways, I'm sorry, Thomas.
So we got a question in the chat. Do you think they should have postponed it until April 2021? They should just postpone it until it was fixed. They shouldn't have crunched. They shouldn't have forced their workforce to crunch to the last month and a half or 2 months, to try and get this up.
It's all faulty.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The world would have waited. They would have been that sucks, and we really want the game, but
yeah,
you can wait, man.
There have had a couple of angry neckbeards on Twitter who don't amount to shit, but that's about it. People would have waited till March, April of next year to play a better, more optimized experience.
Yeah, 100%.
The problem is they were probably getting pushback from investors, because it was basically delayed by over a year, I think, from the original.
Is Project Red public or private?
I don't know. I'm
okay.
Meaning other the publishers and all that
Sony and Microsoft.
Yeah, the other people involved. Although it could have been a CD Projekt Red.
All right, they're public.
But I'm just saying, a lot of times this comes down to we have to get something out this quarter. It's taking too long. Put it out. And that happens with Square a lot.
Yeah.
And so it might not have been an option to push it into March or especially April, because that's after the fiscal year. And so they could have, they probably could have done February or March, but then they're risking, putting it out in a busier time, and maybe it wouldn't get the publicity and blah, blah, blah.
Listen, man, people moved out of the way for Cyberpunk.
Right. But it's the holiday season too.
Yeah, I guess.
Out of the way for the holiday season.
Yeah.
So I could also see it being hey, we're going to get the sales for Christmas. You have time to fix it after launch. Just put it out.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This is controversial. But I think they should have canceled the last gen versions.
But they
should.
versions yet.
Yeah, that's probably
the PS.
Oh, you're meaning like to
Xbox
give them more time for the next gen versions. Okay.
They should, I said, like, I was talking to somebody about this. Mortal Kombat X was supposed to have a PS3 Xbox 360 port. If they don't remember this, but they canceled them. And I remember being upset that day because, oh man, because I couldn't afford an extra console time. I honestly think that because from what I've told, like on granted, it's hard to get a Series X or PS5, not everybody has a high-end PC, but I think the game like that should have been like a next gen game to look forward to versus like sacrificing, putting on this game that's clearly surpassing the hardware on even like the One X, like.
I think a big part of it, it's clearly not even optimized for PC. So I think a big part of that is what they had was the lower poly, still buggy, but at least like quality tested version of the game running on worse hardware. They don't have the next gen version ready yet. And yeah, if they had canceled the last gen versions, they could have had more time for next gen, whatever. But like even on high-end PCs, like people running the new Nvidia cards are having issues with this game. Yeah. So I don't think it would have fixed the problem. I think it would have just put it in less people's hands. And that might have been a good thing because, less negative opinions. But the only game, as far as I know right now, that's like exclusively next gen is Demon's Souls, right?
Yep. I still haven't even opened that yet.
That has gotten a lot of publicity. Like I've heard it's good, but not a lot of people have played it because you have to have
also it's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and not a lot of people have those right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it would have hurt them to just be next gen and PC.
Although, how many PlayStations have they sold? Like 4 million, 5 million?
Most of the scalpers because they're assholes.
Right.
Plus,
your every game is only going to reach a fraction of the console audience.
Mm-hmm.
That usually doesn't happen unless it's like a Nintendo console.
Right. Nintendo, and even then, like the biggest titles on Nintendo consoles get 70% ownership. Like you still never get like one game per console. Like that just doesn't happen. But yeah, I agree. I think the last gen version is hurting them, but I don't think they could have gotten away from that. There was no chance they were ever going to not have a current gen, I should say, version.
But yeah, I want to play a lot more Cyberpunk because I have been waiting for it for a while, and my classmate got it for me, and I'm probably gonna stream some of it. If I can, who knows if I can handle both of that? I might have to turn the graphics down even further. But
oh my god,
the this is just because of my rig. But I think what they have there is really good. Like the foundation's really solid, the setting's great. The skill trees look really good. I can't wait to unlock more of that and play around with the abilities more. And yeah, the hacking minigame, like there's like you can like basically hack people to like you can like mess up their parts and stuff. It's really cool. So I need to look more into that. One of the attributes that you can level up like spec into is cool, and that's like your persuasion tree basically. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of that. You'll hear more about that next week. So let's take a 60-second break and then we'll get into the news.
Yeah, I think in like a few months, Cyberpunk's going to be a really solid, like polished game.
Yeah,
it's one of those that's having a rough launch. Like a lot of games do when they come back from it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm forgiving their crunch or anything.
No,
but like it'll be a different story, like next year, for example, when it'll be the running for Game of the Year awards and stuff.
feel bad for getting my dad this game now, even though he gave me the money for it. I feel bad.
What does he say about it?
He hasn't said anything. He's busy. I doubt he's had a chance to play it yet. He's got stepdaughter, my own baby brother. He's working full time, but he hasn't texted me about it. He's generally positive about things, though, but he hasn't said anything. Justin, real quick before we come back, can you get me the thumbnail for Space Godzilla tomorrow, if possible? Tom, get the episode ready.
Yep. Space Godzilla.
Space Godzilla. Yeah.
All right, and we're back. Where's that news story where people's junk is going through their pants? I can't find it now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I guess I didn't add it. That's weird because I could have sworn I added it. But basically, like in Cyberpunk 2077, we talked a little bit about it when we were talking about the game. But there's a glitch in the game where your junk goes through your pants. It's great.
Wang City.
Yeah, I guess I didn't include it, but I wanted to include it. That's basically it. You just wanted to point that out because it's funny as fuck.
I mean, at least there's a reason to have customizable junk. Then
exactly,
maybe it's a feature.
That's the reason why I picked the big penis. That's why.
Yeah, like why can't you just hang dong in the game? Like, do you have to wear pants? Is it like a a requirement?
Can you just be a nude?
Right.
No,
I'm serious.
Your clothes give you armor.
Yeah, but like some games have like a toggle helmet thing, so you can still see their face. Is there like a toggle crotch option?
Well, there is at the beginning of the game. You can actually opt to not have like pants showing at all. Or no, you can toggle between either having genitalia or not having genitalia, and it's just like your boxer shorts covers you or whatever.
Hey guys, look, I have it. Have it? I don't have it. I have
the question I have about this game in general, and I know we need to move on. Is there a helicopter deck button?
I'm not that far in.
You haven't unlocked that skill?
Yeah, I haven't unlocked that skill yet. I think I need to level up my cool factor a little bit more, and then I can get it. I also think I need a little bit more in my dexterity as well.
Your dexterity.
All right, so speaking of not safe for work kind of stuff, Steam now offers a not safe for work specific game section. Have you guys delved into that yet?
No. I haven't loaded Steam in a while.
I haven't.
I think this is good just because there's been a shit ton of porn on their fucking store. And I guess they don't want to censor people from stopping them from doing that. So they just said, you know what, you guys go over here while we try to maintain it so that it's not, just porn all the time because people are horny, man. People want to fuck.
Do they call that section steamy?
Wow! Holy shit!
See, just why are you in copy? Why are you in communications and you clearly should be in copy?
That's part of communications.
It is actually, yeah.
Okay, well, you're part of the video team, aren't you?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, I feel like a lot of the games that were being removed from the service would just automatically go here and be hidden from the rest of Steam, which is smart.
Yeah. I'm going to load up Steam real quick and see if I have access to that store. Or is that coming later? Does it say?
It's coming constantly.
I don't see a date, so maybe it's already up. I am actually
all that Cyberpunk talk got me going.
I'm really trying to look for this. I don't see it. Oh well. I'll investigate further. So speaking
it's a wise move though.
Yeah. So speaking of being steamy, Smash Bros.
What?
People do the porn on the Smash, right?
Just do your story.
All right.
You still have to deal with me, Mark. Thank you. Go eat your lunch, Meatwad.
All right.
Is he eating meatballs? What is Meatwad
no.
having for lunch? Is it meat?
No, it's a tofu sandwich. Actually, I made it earlier.
Okay. That's fine then.
So yeah, let's read the headline here. Smash Bros, Splatoon, and other fan communities clash with Nintendo. Ben, take it away.
So yeah, as you guys know, I kind of talked about this last time a couple weeks ago, where Nintendo basically put a cease and desist order on the Big House, the Big Smash tournament for both Ultimate and Melee, because Melee was going to use the Slippy mod, which basically allows robot netcode to be used on Slippy. So this past weekend, let's see, I'm just scroll down. Past weekend, there was going to be a Splatoon 2 North American Open. The official event was due to get live streamed, but the broadcast was canceled the day before the show. I was supposed to go out on the Tournaments Official Discord, and admin explained that the decision was due to unexpected executional challenges. However, rumors quickly spread regarding the fact that multiple teams competing in the tournament had entered with the names that directly reference #FreeMelee. And that this may have resulted in Nintendo pulling the broadcast. Nintendo has not yet released a public statement. And so this is a tweet from @SlimyCrackersWire. So the Splatoon community, in support of the Smash community, has a 30% of the top teams in this weekend Splatoon North American Open with teams that support of Melee and Smash. So what does Nintendo of America and Nintendo versus do? They cancel it because of the free Melee on their names. Data set was brought to light on another Nintendo cease and desist order, and so yeah, basically that they canceled an official thing. The Splatoon actual community actually then put on their own tournament, which I think they had they actually had a pot bonus for it. I don't have that in front of me, but like Smash players watched and donated, so I think it was like over like $3,000 something like that. It was
$25,000 pool with another $3,000 given to charity.
That's what it was awesome. So shout outs to the Splatoon community and the Smash. Basically, the community is coming together. That's so sick. The other thing that kind of also rubbed people the wrong way is that obviously everybody here is aware of Etika, who sadly, I think it's been a year since he's been gone. Apparently, there was these custom Joy-Cons that were supposed to come out. They were called Joy-Con Boys. They had Etika as basically his logo.
Etikons. They were called Etikons.
Etikons, yeah, or Joy-Con Boys. That was like his phrase. Let's see. Died last year. Served a cease and desist in December, seemingly due to his use of the trademark and the Joy-Con. It's basically the issue is that because Joy-Con was part of the part of the design. And then there you go. So yeah, basically it's just communities and the people are just kind of sick of Nintendo's shit for not backing their communities and basically saying, not basically supporting their fans. Like,
it's worth adding that two of these things, the Etikon sales and the Splatoon festival or tournament, were both for charity, and Nintendo prevented them from happening, essentially pulling money away from charities.
Right.
The Etikons were like entirely for charity, a suicide prevention charity. All the proceeds, aside from like the costs of developing or creating the things, was going to this suicide prevention charity in honor of like a major, like beloved Nintendo fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're just like, nope, can't do it. Sorry. Like if they're going to cease and desist, they could have at least donated to the charity in their name,
Right.
Like do some kind of good faith gesture of like, we don't want you using our property. We understand what you're trying to do here. So because of that, we're going to donate this amount of money. But, you aren't allowed to partake in this thing. Like, that would have at least made it okay. But no, they didn't do it.
Yeah, like Nintendo is just like they're really showing their age. Because, like, you see all these, like, you see Arc System Works or Capcom. Like, obviously, there's a certain line you can't cross, but, like, they embrace their fans. They love their fans. Like Capcom, a lot of Capcom stuff lives off on the CPT, and they love sharing, like homegrown events that they help sponsor and stuff like that. Versus Nintendo's just like, nah. And granted, Nintendo doesn't have to do this, but like it would be great if they if they did. I know I've said in the past that like Nintendo doesn't have to support Smash because it doesn't need them, but If you're gonna be fucking petty because people put free melee in your Splatoon event, well then fucking get over yourselves. Like seriously. Cancel a live stream. And granted, they weren't fighting for anything; they were fighting for eShop points. Ooh, because you don't want your content creators to make competitive money off your competitive video game, whatever. It just baffled me. It just baffled me as how ass backwards Nintendo is. In this day and age, like you thought they turned a corner at some point, but no, they're back to being the villain again.
Well, they did when Iwata was around. They turned a corner then. One thing, like an anecdotal thing that I've just thought about. We're going to talk about the Game Awards, but they had like a series of Instagram filters that were like based around the Game of the Year nominees. So there was like a Doom Eternal one, a Ghost of Tsushima one, a Last of Us 2 one. It's possible there was more, but I'm pretty sure the only one that was missing was an Animal Crossing filter.
Wow.
So like theoretically, again, there could have been more that were missing. I don't recall offhand, but I know there was at least 4, and there was 6 nominees, right? So yeah, there might have been one other missing. I don't remember, but theoretically, like Nintendo was the only one that said no. We won't give you a filter of our property.
Or Jeff Keighley was just like, let's not even try it.
Yeah, it's very possible. But like that just goes to show how much they don't play ball with anyone else.
Yeah,
and it's insane.
Sad. So speaking of copyright issues, I guess proposed U.S. law could slap Twitch streamers with felonies for broadcasting copyrighted material.
Because despite being in a global pandemic where millions, or not millions, but thousands of Americans have died and are being evicted from their homes, our United States, not Thomas's, but Justice and I's United States senators and representatives have decided that it is more important to protect the special interests of music corporations versus the interests of its people. So, yeah, sorry, I had to say that. The United States government is well known, extremely functional. It is functional in the fact that, pretty much everything I said here. I just said, come on, phone. According to Politico and ads, stupid ads. Oh my God, Kotaku, I don't want to sign up for your newsletter. According to Politico offshoot of protocol, the felony stream proposal is in the work of Republican Senator Tom Tillis, who has backed similar proposals previously, is more or less exactly what it sounds like: a proposal to turn unauthorized commercial streaming of copyrighted material. Progressive policy publication, The American Prospect, specifically points to examples like an album on YouTube, a video clip on Twitch, or a song on Instagram story into a felony offense with a possible prison sentence. Currently, such violations, no matter how severe, are considered misdemeanors rather than felonies because the law regards streaming as a public performance. With Twitch currently in the crosshairs of the music industry, such a change would turn up the heat on streamers and Twitch even higher, perhaps to an untenable degree. Other platforms like YouTube almost certainly suffer as well. A felony streaming bill would likely be a chill on expression. Catherine Triticosa, Associate Director of Policy and Activision with Electronic Frontier Foundation, told the American Prospect. We already see that it is hard enough to just civil copyright and DMCA people to feel comfortably asserting their rights. The chance of a felony would impact both expression and innovation. So yeah, that's just the sense of it. Which is, God, really, guys? Really? Oh, fuck you, Tom Tillis.
This is a problem in itself, obviously. Like we've been, fighting the copyright fight for a long time. But I think the bigger problem here is they're trying to include it as just like a tacked on package and a funding bill.
That's insane.
And that's not okay. Like anytime you try to hide something in something else that is like a must pass bill, it's always a problem.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
The stimulus bill, like the reason, one of the reasons why, like we have $1,200 check back in March, April. I don't remember what it was. Like the reason why I haven't gotten one is for one side doesn't want to fucking play ball at all. The other one's too inept. But is that the one side the Republicans basically keep trying to include basically tax breaks for these multi-million dollar companies because of course, like, hey, don't fucking do that. So like that's how shit gets snuck in all the time.
Yeah,
that's
we get a one-time payout, and they get millions of dollars in forgiveness. Yeah.
And then they still fire people.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of thousands of
guys. Speaking of millionaires, J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams bad. I don't know. Come on, just give me this. J.J. Abrams Bad Robot forms game studio with Left 4 Dead creator.
So Bad Robot is J.J. Abrams' movie and TV production company, and he is transitioning that into a game studio as well called Bad Robot Games, Bad Robot Studios. Where does it say? Bad Robot Games. Yeah.
Badass.
And is teaming up with former Valve executive Michael Booth. So Booth was formerly with Turtle Rock Studios, who made Left 4 Dead and the upcoming Back 4 Blood. And there's no news yet on what the first Bad Robot Games game will be. But I would guess it would be some kind of like weird J.J. Abrams property.
Cloverfield.
I don't know if it would be like an established property. I just mean like it would be up his weird alley and probably would have an unsatisfying ending. But yeah, it could very well be like a Lost or a Cloverfield or Super 8 or something in those lines. Mm-hmm. But it'd probably be an original thing. But I just put this out because like there's a lot of weird sci-fi things coming up, and they look really cool. So get more big names in there to make more weird stuff. Why not? It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can come up with.
Mm-hmm.
So
radical.
Let's move on into the Game Awards since we're in the new games section. There was a shit ton of announcements.
Yeah. I don't remember all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna read through this list, and you guys stop me when you want to talk about it. So Devolver Digital announced Loop Hero.
Neat.
Didn't see that.
It's a roguelite.
It was in the pre-show.
Yeah, roguelite from 4 quarters called Loop Hero.
It's kind of like a classic like dungeon crawler card building game.
Yeah,
it was neat, but like it's very old school.
Nope with the card build.
Yeah.
Tchia announced. That's the one where you can possess crabs.
Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say I don't remember that, but yeah, it had a cool art style.
Yeah. Sea of Solitude is coming to Switch.
That's currently on Gamecast right now.
I was actually gonna download it, but I read it's more of like not a visual novel, but like kind of a point and click adventure type thing, and it kind of made me lose interest.
Focus Home Interactive reveals Shady Part of Me.
Some shady on the real. Oops.
I don't remember that.
It's the one with the weird person that's all shaded out in black. Was
that the one that was okay?
Did it have the? Was that the one that was with the shadows?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, that Wii game.
Yeah,
that we never remembered the title of.
Okay.
That looked cool.
What else is there? Nier Replicant version 1.2.
Don't say the name.
I just said 1.2. I stopped.
Okay, cool.
They showed off some gameplay. It's very recognizable from the first Nier game. It's coming out April 23rd.
Is it like a Persona 5 Royal where it like drastically, changes the game throughout?
I don't know if it changes, but like it's a remake. It's like a remake-ish of it.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking Nier Automata. Okay. Yeah. Never mind.
No. That's the Game of the Yorha edition.
Yeah.
Then we have Century Age of Ashes. I think that's the dragon game.
Yeah, this is the Pants Dragon game.
Yeah. Ben, did you see this?
Oh, I didn't see.
All right, I'll give you a minute to like look at it if you can.
I have it right here. I'll watch it after. I just completely forgot about it.
Yeah, like it's more like dragons than kind of the mythological, like kind of dragoon type like I don't know. There's a difference between like dragons and like the Panzer Dragoon style creature. But this looks more like kind of the medieval like classic dragons, but it still has really cool.
It's an on rails. Yeah, it's like an on rail shooter.
Yeah.
Legacy lives on.
And then we have the hypest announcement about the night. Sephiroth announced for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm gonna put out our audio, and that was easily like the loudest moment of the night. It was just me screaming Sephiroth into the microphone.
I had no idea where they were going. Because they're just showing everyone like up against the fight, which looking back, I'm like, okay, yeah, it had wings. It was like kind of that, that little ball of light. Like it felt very like Final Fantasy VII battle. Like it makes sense now. But I was like, what are they showing here? Like, what are they going to do? And then he just cuts it in half and he's floating there with his wing. And I'm just like, really?
Before it was revealed it was Sephiroth, when he saw the slice, my friend apparently screamed Raiden from Metal Gear Solid. I'm like, oh.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Like seriously, I mean, there's 3 more slots. Realistically, Raiden could make it in this game along with Solid Snake. Let's be real here.
Yeah, I mean, but
it's in the same realm. Like, it's, the villain form of a character that's already in the roster.
Raiden's not a villain.
Is he not?
No. He's the hero from 2.
He's the good guys. He, like, he's not
I thought there was, like, Snake versus Raiden battles or something.
No. That's Revolver Ocelot. Liquid, yeah.
Okay, whatever. Metal Gear's confusing.
Raiden, too.
Okay.
I know everything just because of the big slice. Like, who else? What other dude can slice something in half like that? And
not just the big slice, but like the music when you hear dun dun dun.
Right.
It's like, oh my god!
Right, you see the slice before you, so like when the slice hits, like that's when you think it's Raiden.
Yeah,
but then you hear
the music. Yeah.
So like he looked great, and we have a it wasn't like put in this or anything, but there's a full like showcase of the character coming on the 17th.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that Sakurai does.
So I'll let you two talk about that next week. There's also changes to Cloud, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, he has, at the very least, he has a new Final Smash.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be like a Ryu type thing where he has 2, or if they're changing his Final Smash like post game.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's only against Sephiroth. Like he only
that could be neat.
Animation.
Huh.
Like it only happens against him, which would be cool. Or if anything,
or it only happens on that new stage. Yeah,
right. Exactly. I was gonna say, yeah.
Another cool.
It's so cool.
Another cool part of that trailer was when he when we thought he stabbed Mario.
Yeah,
that was so great.
That fucking shot, like holy like
they killed Mario.
Oh my god,
it was great. That trailer was perfect.
Yeah, it was great. Cinematic. Then we got a cinematic trailer for New Perfect Dark.
Unexpected. I did not know that's what that trailer was going to be.
I don't even I thought Perfect Dark was like a futuristic kind of game.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's more like kind of hyper realistic, but there's definitely some futuristic elements at play.
Yeah. I guess like that building was kind of futuristic, but it showed a lot of like Egypt and old stuff. So this is how the Egypt stuff. I was thinking like Time Splitters maybe, but no.
Well, they say here eco sci-fi, which I think fits it well.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because it doesn't have to be futuristic, but it's kind of got that, like eco-terrorism sci-fi feel.
Well, hopefully third time's the charm, right?
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's a reboot. Like,
yeah, I'm fine with
starting over.
I think a lot of people
should give the.
I think a lot of people just don't know what Perfect Dark is. Like, they never played the N64 version, or they played that awful version, and they're just like, I don't know what this is. So doing a reboot is like the best thing for this.
They're both on Xbox backwards compatibility, I think, through Rare Replay. So like some people know it because of that, and those are the definitive versions, even though neither of them are great games. But it is coming from the Initiative, which has some promise.
And then we got Back for Blood revealed, which is from Turtle Rock, the Left 4 Dead company.
It's Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah, basically.
Because Valve can't count the 3.
Yeah, and Valve's not making this.
Valve wouldn't make them make a third one, so they had to make their own.
So in a few years, we're going to get Back 4 Blood 2, and then they're going to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's making the Portal 3 spiritual successor? Who's making that one?
A few people have tried, like, to make, kind of spiritual successors, and they haven't done a good job.
Yeah. That one
Portal's a hard one to clinch.
That one that goes between the two different, like, the timelines was pretty cool. I haven't played it yet, though. But it looked really cool in the video I saw.
Even know they were
Oh, there was like a fan-made one. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I think of Quantum Conundrum, which kind of has that style, but you're switching between like gravity fields, kind of, rather than Portal.
I think it was made by one of the people that worked on Portal, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got a reminder that Hood Outlaws exists, or Outlaws and Legends,
so generic,
rather. Yep.
We kept joking about what this game was, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing."
It was Van Helsing for a moment.
Yeah, that's what it really.
Right.
Yeah. So it's launching on May 10th, 2021. One of the few games coming out next year. Next up, we have
one thing in its favor.
Yeah, Scavengers Open Closed Beta. That's an oxymoron, Ben. In case you want to learn.
Is that an oxymoron?
Yeah, that's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
This is a reference.
Paying attention.
They opened up a closed beta. That's not technically an oxymoron. The way you said it is, yes.
Yeah, yeah. What was this thing again?
I don't know. It's not important.
Okay.
Apparently, it's something we should have already known about, but I'd never heard of it, and it looks super generic, and it's just another
was it a battle
royale type game.
Yeah, okay.
So no one cares.
And then we got Forza with Cyberpunk 2077 crossover. They got a car. It's cool. It's coming for free on December 11th. Then we have Callisto Protocol announced.
Yeah, the Callisto Flockhart game. So apparently, I was reading that this is set in the PlayerUnknown's Battleground world.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So, this is from the creator of Dead Space.
Yeah.
And it's a new studio that was created to make like expanded universe games in the PUBG universe. And this is their announcement. So people were wondering like how this fits into the PUBG universe. So they asked, they're like, is the game you're working on still in that world? And they're like, yeah, it is. But it takes place in like the far-flung future on like Jupiter or something. Like, I don't know.
This is like
the follow-up
Cloverfield.
Stories have all said that it's still that game that they were making. That's an expanded universe PUBG game.
This is like Cloverfield and like Cloverfield Lane. It's like, yeah, it's in the universe.
More so Cloverfield Paradox, because that was definitely a movie that was not a Cloverfield movie, and they just shoehorned some Cloverfield
right
stuff
at the end.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're getting here.
Yeah.
If it's cool, I'm all for it, but it is messed up.
I mean, the game looks neat. I just don't see why they need to make that. Like, I feel like that's going to turn people away more than anything, because they're going to feel like they have to know PUBG.
What lore? There's no lore. What lore? Is there PUBG lore that I'm not aware of?
Apparently there is.
We gotta play. We gotta go back to PUBG. We need to see what's going on right now.
No, we really don't.
From the Sega Saturn to the PlayStation 1. Did they do that finally? Sorry.
Wait, isn't Sega Saturn better than PS1?
No.
Depends on what you're talking about.
I thought Sega Saturn was like up there, like with Dreamcast, like closer to Dreamcast graphics.
If you want 2.5D, I got a console for you. It's the Saturn.
Yeah.
If you want 3D, well, don't come here.
Yeah, can't do. We can't do. The only thing was Virtua Fighter, and that was it.
Yeah.
I don't understand Sega. Next.
Warhammer 40k Dark Tide gameplay revealed. This is basically the future of Vermintide. That game has a big community behind it, so good for them getting another game.
Oh yeah, don't fuck with those people. They're scary.
It's basically Left 4 Dead. They like took that concept and just made their own version of it, which it's solid. I played a little bit of it.
It looks like sci-fi Left 4 Dead, which is cool.
Yeah. I'm surprised it took this long for us to get to that, honestly. Then we have Open Roads announced. This is an Annapurna interactive and Fulbright
That makes sense.
game. It's like a narrative-driven experience. It centers around a mother and daughter road
Driven.
trip. Yep.
It's literally narrative-driven.
Yeah. Then Disco Elysium got a final cut for the consoles next year. And then we got a cinematic trailer for Dragon Age 4.
Great. Solus is back. Cool environments, but still not much information.
It's BioWare. We have to be cautious about BioWare now. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I saw, like, we'll talk about it later, but I saw that, like, a lot of the original team is coming back for Mass Effect. They didn't say that about Dragon Age. I don't know what the state of Dragon Age is.
Yeah.
Well, Dragon Age has always been trash, so you don't got nothing to worry about.
The first game's good. The others are
not.
Yes. Did you play the PC version or the console version?
What do you think?
The console version, you dirty peasant.
Gameplay sucks.
But it's worth noting that seemingly the title of this is just Dragon Age, which weirdly they've never done.
Right.
So it works. But I feel like they missed a golden opportunity to name it Dragon 4 GE. You know, like Dragon Age with a 4 instead of the A.
We can't fuck around with Dragon Age like that. It's not at that level.
Call it Dragon Forge. Come on.
You know
it's
what
not bad.
Other franchise did that? You know what other franchise did that? It was Fantastic. Look how that turned out.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know yet. I haven't watched it yet.
You know what? I'm gonna let you watch it, experience that magic.
All right.
Dragon Forge. It's growing on you. I know it is.
And then we got Endless Dungeon announced. It's coming to PC and consoles. Then we got Crimson Desert, which looked sick but until we saw the frame rate.
Some beautiful landscapes until the actual gameplay started.
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking.
Like, this trailer could have been like a 1-minute teaser. And I think it would have sold a lot of people on it. But the next 4 minutes of actual gameplay were like, oof, this one wasn't ready to show.
Yeah. And then there was also sections where you can
play a dragon. So
yeah, it is true. There was also sections where like the resolution just drops, like a castle, like you'll see a castle just like bland. But the characters look like very heavily detailed, and like the costumes look really good.
Right. So it has potential.
Yeah.
They just need to get the performance. It's like Cyberpunk, except they showed like very tight sections of Cyberpunk and pre-release, so it looked better than it is.
Yeah.
This they're just like meh. But like, to its credit, sorry, not to its credit. I forgot what I was going to say halfway in and tried to vamp.
To its credit, they were actually being truthful.
Well, yeah, they're there. To its credit, they're trying to be truthful. But I was going to say, weirdly, despite a 5-minute gameplay reveal trailer, they didn't really show anything about what the game is. Like, there's no story, there's no dialogue. Like, it was just
music, right? Yeah, that's all they had.
Yeah. With like action sizzles that, had poor performance. So like, I'm actually really intrigued by it, but I don't know what it is. Like, is it supposed to be like a third person Skyrim type thing? Is it more of like a, I mean, it says open world action adventure, but is it like an online multiplayer game? Like, what is the selling point of this that makes it less than just a fairly pretty but chunky fantasy open world game?
Yeah,
because we have a lot of those already.
Yeah, Dragon Age is coming.
Yeah, so for an original IP, they need to do better than just a 5-minute poor performance trailer.
Yeah,
no matter how pretty it is.
The no dialogue really stood out to me. Like
Right.
it just looked like it was like dolls just like moving around. Like
Yeah.
it didn't feel like there was any life to it, you know.
It didn't feel like it was ready for a 5-minute trailer.
Yeah.
Like this is the reveal of this game.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of botched it when it could be a really interesting thing.
Right. And then we got the Swedish Chef in Overcooked.
Which is just it's great.
Yeah, it's really fitting.
Yeah.
They really should put like all the Muppets in there. Like let's be honest. Like, come on, why not?
Like a fire starts and Kermit just waves.
Oh!
The entire game is the Muppets. It's Piggy, Kermit, not Elmo Sesame Street.
Yep.
You know, why not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that'd be cool. Like an Overcooked DLC pack that's just like a Muppets campaign.
Yeah, make it like I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah,
Muppets are great.
And then Season was revealed.
I don't really understand this one.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
Art style looked great, but it was kind of hard to tell what the game is.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Call of Duty Black Ops Warzone gets a Season 1 trailer, which was weird because it had a lot of narrative to it. Like I thought it was a story DLC though. Like that's how much narrative there was in this. It's a Warzone Season 1 trailer.
Oh, odd.
Yeah, this didn't make sense.
Yeah. Showed a new Warzone map called Rebirth Island. So I'm looking forward. I need to jump into the Warzone and see what that's about.
That's making reveals that don't make sense.
Yeah. Arc 2 was announced. You guys were thinking Turok, and I'm like, then you see like the gem in their forearm. I'm like, that's Arc, man. Like,
to be fair, like Vin Diesel would be a great Turok protagonist.
He would be, absolutely. Which is even the weirder thing. Like Vin Diesel's into Arc. I didn't think he would be into Arc.
Well, it's also weird because like the first game is not very story heavy or anything. So to have a big name like that attached to it,
yeah,
it's like it's got to have a narrative that you're following these characters for.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first one, you create your own character, don't you?
Yeah, you create your own character. Yep.
And you just kind of free roam.
Well, you build. It's like there's a lot of like skill trees involved and stuff. Like you learn basically how to tame dinosaurs and ride them and like create weird shit like to put on them.
But it's not a narrative game.
Yeah, no.
This feels like they're doing a drastic like genre shift.
Yeah.
More like Jurassic.
Jurassic.
Really? Yeah.
No.
Old and this is the reception I get. Fuck y'all, man.
Hey, this is how you treat me with my gold.
So you constantly
your gold gets spat on. I spit on your gold, sir.
I'm gonna poop out a poop and throw it at your gold. Like an arc. What else was there? Yeah, so it was basically Vin Diesel was like the star basically, and then he had like a little girl with him, like his daughter, I guess. And it looked like it was going to be like a God of War version of Ark, which I could be totally down for. Mm-hmm. But also,
like Tribes.
Yeah, but also they announced Ark 3, or what the world knows as Ark the Animated Series.
It's an amazing art style, like right off the bat. Like,
yeah, it's actually an Ark prequel. To be fair,
it's an origin of the game. Yeah. But that's how Metal Gear Solid 3 is. It's the prequel of Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, okay. That's
It works out.
But there was like a weird medieval knight guy. That was, like I had no idea what was happening, but the voice cast is insane.
Yeah. And then we got a season trailer for Fall Guys Season 3.
Winter.
Yeah, big winter update. A lot of winter themed content. Looked really cool.
Cute penguin costume.
Yep. Then we got Outriders, which Ben thought was Destiny for some reason.
Look, man, it has helmets, weird dumb helmets, and weird guns.
Which is way more generic than Destiny.
Yeah, this is from People Can Fly, published by Square. It's a 3-player co-op shooter. Yeah, I think my Destiny clan, like we've looked at this game before and it looks interesting to us. So we'll see. Then we had Evil Dead gets a new game.
Surprise announcement.
That's the most that was one of the most surprising announcements.
Yeah. It looks like a jank budget game, but like I'm in for it, you know?
Yeah, apparently it has 4 different playable characters taking on supernatural monsters in the woods.
Well, the trailer showed 4 characters. There might be more.
Yeah. I think it includes people from Ash versus the Evil Dead, or no?
It looked like it. There was at least there was a girl that looked like she was the one from Ash versus Evil Dead, but this isn't a younger Ash, so it could have just been another another character that kind of looked like her. I'm not sure.
Okay. I remember seeing people talking about that, so that's why I brought it up.
Mm-hmm. It was unclear.
Yeah,
there could be time travel though. It seemed like there was time travel.
Well, yeah, that's what you get when you introduce Evil Dead: demons and time travel.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like fun. Like, I don't think it's going to be like a Left 4 Dead thing, but I'm sure there's like a multiplayer horde mode attached to it.
Yeah, I don't think any of the Evil Dead games have been any kind of good. Like, it's just fair, and hopefully this rises above those.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then we had Ghost and Goblins Resurrection announced for the Switch.
That's crazy.
Why?
Why not?
I mean, yeah, I screamed in horror when I first saw it. But at the same time, I was the Super Nintendo and Genesis. I've played both versions. Those games piss me off. Hey, why not? Like, to me, it just shows that Capcom's like, hey, we have IP, let's fucking use it. Yeah. And I'm very happy. My best friend, this is like one of his favorite franchises ever, to see it come back. Because the last time Ghosts and Goblins had a game was like in 2006, 07 for the PSP. It was a remake of the first game. So,
along with this, they also announced the Capcom arcade thing. I don't remember what the name of it was, but
that was confusing.
Yeah,
Arcade
World. So I found like a listing on Nintendo.com where it's going to be kind of like a pack thing. Like, you'll get 1943 for free, and then there's like 3 different packs that you can buy. So you can basically just buy the games that you want. You don't have to get the whole thing. There's no prices listed yet, so we don't know what the price is. And it includes what? Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Strider, and what's the other thing I'm missing?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I really hope they include Cadillacs and dinosaurs, though. Like, come on, give me Cadillacs and dinosaurs, please. It's a real beat 'em up. That's real.
All right. So moving on, we gotta look at Returnal.
I don't remember what that is.
This was the game I was talking about. From the PlayStation, this was the exact game.
Yeah, we were thinking about the other game that's Deathloop.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. This is that one that okay.
Yeah, we got confused.
This is like really
that looked game. Yeah. What's the other name for Live Die Repeat?
Something tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Edge of Tomorrow.
That's it.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. I always get confused when you say Live Die Repeat, because I'm like, that's not the title, but like in some places it was. And
it is now, baby.
Yeah, they swapped the title and the. That was confusing. Yeah, this looks fine. I don't know. It's not my style.
I want to play it.
It Takes Two got its first gameplay trailer revealed. That's from the.
This looks insane.
Game of the show, like
Joseph Ferris.
Yeah, it's from the Way Out guy.
Joseph Ferris.
Fuck the Oscars guy.
Yeah.
Which
we really enjoyed Way Out. So I mean.
Yeah. This was like a fun like co-op platformer, action platformer.
Yeah.
So
it's probably gonna make you cry at the end.
They're also doing the same thing that they did with The Way Out, where one person can buy the game and then you could play co-op. You don't need to have 2 different copies or 2 copies to play it.
That's fucking genius.
Yeah.
It was apparently profitable for them, so why not?
Yeah.
Is it only coming to like next, like, I guess, like PS5 series, or is it coming to like
One X? It doesn't say.
It's coming out March 26, 2021.
consoles listed.
No.
Huh? Okay.
This is probably the kind of thing we'll like do a let's play for the channel or something.
Yeah.
Like a co-op.
What else? So Super Meat Boy Forever is still being. It's actually being released December 23rd this year, so it's coming
On the Epic Games Store.
Shit.
And then we got another look at Oddworld Soulstorm. It's coming spring 2021. Then we had Elder Scrolls Online gets Gates of Oblivion announced, which I really liked Oblivion. It was my first Elder Scrolls game, so I'm interested. New trailer for Monster Hunter Rise and upcoming demo announced, so you can play the demo before you buy the game to see if you're interested.
It looks better than the Switch should be able to look, though.
It does.
Like, it's surprising.
Yeah.
Some of the texture detail or the cloth detail and stuff on their clothing and like the hair and I don't know. People were speculating that like this game was going to prove the existence of a Switch Pro, but if we're getting a demo in January 2021, it must run on the regular Switch. So I mean, we'll see.
Well, remember when Monster Hunter launched? Well, whatever. Sorry, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Let's see.
All right. Among Us gets a new map.
That's great.
Very cool.
Yeah. I said before we saw this, like I hope it has like a above and below, like that would be pretty cool. And then they did. They had a ladder, so it's cool.
New mini games and stuff. Yeah, we'll definitely check that out.
Yeah. Master Chief is coming to Fortnite, as we all knew. It's just finally announced. It's coming.
I will say the weirdest part of that is seeing Master Chief on a splash screen on the PS5 when I load it up.
That's wild.
Like, gaming in 2020 is mad. I mean, we've got Sephiroth fighting Mario in Smash Brothers and Master Chief on the PS5 home screen.
And we're also going to be getting Daryl and Michonne from The Walking Dead on December 16th.
Yeah. Which is also weird. Especially since they're not even really bounty hunters. Like,
Daryl kind of is.
Yeah, he's a hunter.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just can't really charge anything because apocalyptic world and all.
Yeah.
And then we also got a release window for Scarlet Nexus. It's from Bandai Namco, action RPG, coming summer 2021.
Yeah, where we mocked Justin for thinking that God Eater had a realistic style.
And then Just Cause is coming to mobile, apparently. All right. First look at Ruined King, a League of Legends story. That was an isometric RPG.
Yeah.
This looks
way better in the cinematic concept trailer than the actual gameplay did.
Yeah, it's a turn-based RPG, rather. My bad.
Yeah.
Looked ass from a model standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a teaser for Mass Effect, a new Mass Effect game in the Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 series. People are speculating that this looks like Liara.
All look alike.
The only thing we have to go off of is eyebrows and freckles. So there you go.
They all look alike. They literally all look alike.
No, they don't. Ben.
They all literally all look alike.
Why are you a Sarius? What's wrong with you?
Because they all look alike. That's what they are.
All the sorry
white people all look like to you too.
That's racist. You're good people. Don't get your hopes up. Is all I'm saying. Just stop doing this to yourself.
But like I said, a lot of the original people that worked at the studio from Mass Effect 1 through 3 are back for this game.
Mm-hmm.
There's that.
3.
I'd be really excited to play a Mass Effect game where it's Liara. Like I'm playing Liara. That'd be really cool. She's one of the more interesting characters in that world, you know?
It'd probably be create your own character though, and she would just be a main character.
I must have played a different game because I couldn't stand her.
You're crazy, man.
Ollie, baby. Tolly for life.
Yeah, Tully's great, but I'm saying like
Liara is just always a worry wart.
not when you got to 2 and 3. She was the Shadow Broker in 2, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, like once you got to 2, like Liara became a badass.
She wasn't part of the party member. The Justicar was cooler in my opinion.
Yeah. But all we saw was basically like a bunch of galaxies zooming in on one, and then it was like icy planet that a ship was flying to. You saw the Citadel all fucked up. You saw broken mass relays everywhere. And she picks up like a piece of metal that says N7 on it. So I'm more optimistic about this than I am Dragon Age, but it's BioWare. So
yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying, people. Not Shepard. He's dead, or they're dead. Rather.
I kind of hope they leave Shepard dead. Like I really like Shepard. I like we're really attached to mine, and they also brought him back from the dead in 2. Like they reanimated his body.
Oh, don't canonize an ending in 1 through 3. Tell something different, please. If you're gonna do something, tell something different.
Do you think that was the implication of pulling out that metal with the N7? Was like they're searching for him or something?
Could be.
I hope not.
That's what I was thinking. Is that you could be looking for him. Yeah. So that's our last trailer, but our last news story is a little like Christmas gift for everyone. So Epic is going to be giving away a free game every day starting next week for 15 days. Yeah, 15 days. So
it's nice.
It's a nice little gift for everybody. Go get your free games when they come out.
You have to get each game on the day they're available, though. They're only available for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big time. So all you got to do is claim it. You don't even have to download it. You just got to claim it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't have any kind of inclination of what they are, but you know what? It's free. Can't be free. Can't beat free. So anyways, guys. Hopefully there's some good. We're at the end of the show.
After watching the Sephiroth showcase next week, just jump over to the Epic Games Store and see what the first game is.
All right, so Justin, where can people find you?
You can find me if you look for Zero Score on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all that good stuff. I'm not doing much, but you can find me. I mean, I'm there. I'm hanging out.
And Ben.
Twitter.com/MarvelousIggy for all things related to the self-proclaimed Marvelous One. You can check the pinned tweet at the top of the page. You can check out my Pokemon video that I did, my Marvelous Ramble video. Seriously, thanks to everybody who's been really supportive in 2020 in my, as I call my comeback tour. Since I started kind of resuming content back in September, it's been a real fucking trip and an amazing trip. But you can also catch me live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/Iggy2814. We just beat Super Metroid on stream, which was fucking hype as hell, man. I can't believe I did that shit. I usually die to Ridley like 100 times, but I beat him in the first go. Shout outs to Notorious Adrian in the chat if he's listening, if he ever listens to this. But yeah, and of course now Metroid Fusion's gonna start, and get ready for Nights into Dreams, baby. I'm so excited. But yeah, twitter.com/MarvelousIggy for all things concerning the self-proclaimed Marvelous One.
And you can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter at KMPlayStuff. Also on Twitch's KMPlayStuff. We stream this show every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. You can email me, thomas@charshut.com. If you want to be a guest on one of our shows, let me know. And leave a review for this podcast or anywhere you get podcasts. And tell a friend. And until then, guys, I forgot how to end the show.
Wow. Just do it that. Until then, guys.
Enjoy your games and have a good night.
Until then, guys.